Hello YouTube, StatueHunter's 75 here with some high intensity, some adrenaline pumping episode of Statue Hunters Bags and Boards, episode 14 for the new year. I know the last few videos I've made of Bags and Boards, I've just been like sleeping, half asleep, making the videos really late at night. So I'm just trying to be a little awake, a little caffeinated, drinking some Coca-Cola, getting some caffeine. And I just want to be up to give you a good episode here, episode 14 of Bags and Boards, and got some good old-fashioned comic goodness for you here, some good modern goodness, pretty good variety in this new Comic Book Wednesday episode of Bags and Boards. So, went to a few comic shops throughout my day. I still have one more shop to visit tomorrow. Hit up my favorite shops, my favorite local shops to visit on a Wednesday. So, I hit Harrison's and I got a few things at Harrison's in Salem, and I was happy to pick up the True Believers of Conan the Barbarian #1. This is like the first issue of Conan, and I've picked up a copy of this, but I don't want to thumb through it and read it, the actual Conan #1. So now I'm glad that they came out with the True Believers. I'm a huge fan of Conan. I have a few Conan statues, Schwarzenegger, and comic related. Well, I actually sold the comic one, the diorama, because got some insane money for it and could use the money with 2 kids. So had to part with it, unfortunately. But I am a huge fan of Conan. I have the 1/3 Schwarzenegger pop culture shock statue of Schwarzenegger as Conan the Barbarian, and I just love the character. So I'm amped that Marvel Comics has reacquired it from Dark Horse or whatever the heck it was that had it for all those years. I think it was like 15 years. Marvel Comics has finally gotten Conan back, and it sounds like they got some big plans for Conan. Merging him into a lot of speculation, merging him into maybe the Avengers universe or the Guardians universe, Guardians of the Galaxy or the Avengers. One or the other. So there's a lot of speculation with what might happen with the character. A lot of speculation about Belit, a character from the Conan comics. Her first appearance was in Giant Size Conan #1, and also her first cover appearance was Conan number 58, and 59 was her origin story, I believe. I actually acquired those. We'll be looking at those in just a moment. So there's a lot of hype and speculation around the Conan universe right now. So it's just exciting times. The other True Believers I got, I'm not very familiar with this, but really cool cover art. Looks like a really cool story. So for $1, I'm really excited to read into it with the giant tarantula there and the damsel in distress and Conan. So this is True Believers #1, Conan the Barbarian, the Tower of the Elephant. So that looks pretty cool. I'll have to look into the history of that, what the actual issue of that is from the Conan comics, and maybe I'll pick that up too. So anyway, moving on. It's kind of jumping around how I have the comics organized today, but no problem. But I do want to give credit where credit is due. I went to one of my favorite comic shops, very local to me, near and dear to me. Eric, the owner, always gives me great deals, so I'm very thankful for how good Eric takes care of me. So I will never say a bad word about Counterplay Comics in Burlington. If you have not checked them out yet, check them out, guys. Seriously, that's a great little comic shop right in Burlington on 3A. And yeah, Eric's just good people. He's a really good guy. And actually, he sold me this second appearance of Star-Lord. He was like, you can have it for $1. Eric's just awesome, man. And I am very appreciative of all the good times that he has given me great deals. So this is Marvel Preview Presents Star-Lord #11, the second appearance of Star-Lord. I mean, it's not a huge money book, but it's pretty decent shape. It's complete, and for $1, I mean, it can't go wrong. I couldn't refuse it. So I'm happy to have it in the collection. I'd also picked this up at Counterplay Comics. This is the Man Without Fear #1. So this was a modern, variant came out today, Wednesday, January 2nd. And this is actually the death of Daredevil, I believe, so in this storyline. Jumping around here, I did grab this at Harrison's Comics on my lunch break today near my work, and wow, this is a pretty goddamn cherry copy, just a beautiful, pristine copy. I've been trying to find a really, really, really nice copy, so I couldn't pass this one up, of Giant Size Conan the Barbarian, #1. I've been buying these up like crazy. Because, like I said, this is the speculation of previews announced that this character right here, Belit, is getting her own series with all this Conan hype. So, yeah, this is her first appearance. So, probably a good book to acquire if you haven't gotten already, guys. It's selling at pretty fair prices. So, you know, check it out. Get out there, get out hunting, and look for Giant Size Conan the Barbarian #1. Still available at some pretty good prices out there before people catch on. And like I said, this is I picked this up at Harrison's also. This was in the the back issue bin, so for $4 for this and $4 for this with the 20% off. So great deal there, because this is Belit's first cover appearance. Conan the Barbarian #58, and I have Eric at Counterplay to thank about this hot tip. So this was Belit's first appearance. You see, at last by popular demand, Conan's fiercest foe, the she-devil Belit, Queen of the Black Coast. Pretty cool. Sounds like a pretty cool storyline. So, and then this is her origin story, which is issue #59, the very next issue. World in a War Below. War in a World Below. So it looks really cool. Never before revealed. Song of the She Pirate. The awesome origin of Belit. So, 2 pretty key issues and good issues to pick up. Actually, 3 issues to pick up right there. So you might want to look into that, guys, if you can pick them up. Okay, moving on. Also picked up this at Harrison's on my lunch break. A bunch of the copies of the Conan variant, Conan the Barbarian. So I wanted to make sure I got as many of the variants as I could. I know they came out with like 100, so this was everyone they had while I showed up at my lunch break. I got there a little late because I was busy at work. So I grabbed a few variants. What did I grab? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 variants plus the regular A cover. So I happy to have those in the collection. There was, I don't think there was any, let me see, I don't think there was any significance to this book here, right here, that I have in front of you. Just checking really quick right now. Maybe there was some significance to it, but I don't believe so. Let me look at the keys this week. I'm pretty sure there wasn't. This is actually Infinity Wars #1, and I don't think there was any special variant significance to this book. No, there wasn't. It was just a really cool cover with all the Infinity Stones. So I was like, yeah, I want to just grab that. I like the artwork, so I picked it up. Now this book right here, Champions #1, this actually does have some significance. So I picked up a couple copies of this. It's the first team appearance of the Champions: Miss Marvel, Spider-Man, who, Spider-Man meaning Miles Morales, Brawn, Viv Vision, Nova, Snowguard, Ironheart, Locust, Falcon, Bombshell, Patriot, Wasp, Power Man, and Pinpoint. It's also the first appearance of Pinpoint, who's an East Indian boy with teleportation powers. So probably a pretty good key issue to pick up right now while it's only $4. So picked up a couple copies of that and the variant. So I picked up actually 3 copies. Now this book's really cool. What this here is, this is Wolverine the Long Night, and this is basically the first comic book adaptation of a podcast. Wolverine the Long Night is Marvel's first scripted podcast that made its debut in March of 2018. So that's a pretty cool book right there. Winter Soldier #2 here is actually the first full appearance of RJ. He's a teenage assassin working for Hydra. And the final page shows his cameo in Winter Soldier #1. And this is his first full appearance. So, pretty cool. I like the cover too with Winter Soldier in the sights of the gun there too. So that's pretty cool. Right here we have Action Comics number 1006. It just said that this was a first appearance of Leone. So I'm not sure. I'm not big on DC books, but I did buy a few this week, and these are the ones that I bought. I also picked up this Batman Detective Comics issue number 995, and it's basically the death of somebody, and it appears to be, looking at the cover here, I believe it's the death of Alfred the Butler. So picked that up thinking that with some speculation that might, eventually be worth something down the road. There's also, but I'm not sure if, I haven't read it, so I'm not sure if there actually is a death. It looked like that on the cover. So we'll see, just in case. Also, this is a copy of Batman, what you call it right now, Batgirl number 30, and that is the variant cover here. I really liked. It's basically a Middleton variant, I believe, and I like his real art, so I picked that up. It's very Greg Hornish, very Art Germish. So I've been liking the covers he's been doing for Batgirl, so I picked that one up. Now this right here, Old Lady Holly number 3, is actually the first appearance of the Bane twins, and they're supposedly descendants of Bane. And it's also the first appearance of Old Man Bane. So just grab that because it seemed like a key issue. Now moving on, jumping back to Counterplay Comics. I picked this up because Eric gave me a good deal, and it was just, it's not a super valuable book or anything, but it's just a really cool, significant book, I think. It's not selling for any kind of crazy money or anything, but it's really cool because I'm a huge fan of Saturday Night Live, and Eric showed this to me, and I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. So it's Marvel Team-Ups featuring Spider-Man and the Not Ready for Primetime Players, which is what they used to call the cast of Saturday Night Live back in the 70s. And it's number 74. And what's really cool is on the cover we have Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi, Jane Curtin, Garrett Morris, Bill Murray, Lorraine Newman, Gilda Radner, and Lorne Michaels and Stan Lee himself are in the book too. So, I mean, that's wicked cool. It's live from New York. It's Saturday night. That's awesome. So I picked that up. I was psyched that he had a copy of this. This is actually a book I've been looking for. It's Alpha Flight number 33. Nothing crazy. It's like a $10 book. It's nothing nuts. Eric sold it to me for a great price. It's first appearance of Lady Deathstrike. So it's just a nice first appearance, and it's in pretty good shape. So pretty happy to grab that in the collection. And this is just Alpha Flight number 34, which just continues the storyline. No major key significance to this book, just maybe her second appearance, or, it continues the storyline. Another cool older key. This is the Tomb of Dracula, number 45. And this is basically the first appearance of Hannibal King. So that's pretty cool. And it's a really cool blade on the cover there. So happy to get that. And this one right here, Tomb of Dracula, number 25, is actually the first appearance of the Bride of Dracula and the first appearance of Deacon Frost. So it's a little bit more beat up. Actually, did I have this wrong? Did I just give you guys bad information? Hold on one second. I just want to make sure I got this right. I might have totally had that backwards. Just want to check something real quick because I don't want to give you the wrong information. All right, so this issue 25 right here, right? You know what? I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. This issue is the first appearance of Hannibal King. is issue number 25. So it's an okay copy. It's a little bit beat up, but it's the first appearance of Hannibal King. Now this issue right here, 45. This is actually, I was out of order there and I was wrong because I was seeing Hannibal on the cover. So this is actually the first appearance of Deacon Frost and the Bride of Dracula. So it's those two first appearances. And this, luckily, is a much nicer copy, which is better because I'd rather have the first appearance of the Bride of Dracula and Deacon Frost be in nicer condition. So there we go, just to give you the right information. And back to Harrison's Comics. I picked this up there. Got it for fair price. Pretty much what it's selling for. I mean, it's pretty much a 9.8. The book is beautiful. It's in perfect condition. I don't know if it's ever been opened or read, which is great. It looks like Larry must have just pulled this from the basement. I know he said he had some books to still go through. So, you know, it was $30 minus the 20% off. So, fair price. I mean, you can get it on eBay for that price too. I haven't been able, it's a beautiful 9.8. That's what I want. I want to get it graded. I haven't been able to find any of these. Any local stores haven't had these, so I was glad to finally get this because it's the first appearance of SPDR. You know, that was that, you know, the girl in the mech suit in the Into the Spiderverse movie. So really cool having that. It's more like anime-ish. Almost looks like the diva character from what's that? Overwatch, that video game Overwatch. It almost looks like that character where the girl's in the mech suit. So it's like a Spider-Man in a mech suit and the girl is in the suit. So pretty cool. Happy to have the first appearances now of all the major characters from the Into the Spiderverse movie. I have the first Miles Morales, the first Spider-Man Noir, the first Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen. Now the first this finally. You know what? I lied. I have all the main popular characters. I still have to get Peter Porker's first appearance and the first appearance of, who was the other one? Not Peter Porker, but the Prowler. I want to get his first appearance. But out of all the Spider people, I think that's it. I have I'll never have the real Spider-Man's first appearance, but I have Miles Morales' first appearance. I mean, sorry, I'm not going to be getting an Amazing Fantasy 15 in my near future. I mean, unless I hit the mega bucks, then I will definitely go out and get one for sure. But until then, yeah, I don't know. Unless I sell my whole comic collection, maybe I'll get a beat up one. But yeah, I get most of the main characters' first appearances, and I was finally happy to finally get this one. So we'll be getting that graded with CGC. Went a little long on the video, guys, but it was a new comic book Wednesday, so hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, why don't you do me a favor and just hit that thumbs up button instead of all the, you know, the trolls that hit the thumbs down button. Hit the thumbs up button, give me some love. And I appreciate bringing these videos, and I hope you guys appreciate them. Hope you enjoy watching them. I hope you like seeing the comics and all the, you know, tips of good books to pick up and keys and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Join along for the ride. Plenty more videos to come. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good evening, and of course, Happy New Year. I stayed up through the whole video, didn't yawn once. Bye, guys.